Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK, and it is Monday, and it's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK. So I hope you're all well. I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Now it is, what am I doing? It's not Sunday, it's not Monday here today, it's Sunday. Oh goodness, excuse that noise, that's my husband working downstairs in the kitchen. Hope he's not going to do that too often. Although I shouldn't complain because he's putting a knife rack and things like that up for me. Yeah, so happy Bank Holiday Monday if you're in the UK, and happy Monday if you're somewhere else in the world. So I am still doing Masterboard Monday, and I've got some papers here that are from this week. So from the planner that I've been making, and a couple from, yeah, not many, but a couple from the Flower Fairy journal that we've just made. Now I am going to today collage. That's a word that wouldn't come to me, but I've got it now. I'm going to collage onto the back of some coffee dyed paper. So just a couple of pieces that I've done myself. They're quite freshly done as well, so they smell beautiful if you like the smell of coffee. Yeah, and I'm quite liking this side, so I'm going to actually do it onto the grid because I want what I make to be able to be journaled on, or something else. I don't know, but I'm thinking I want yeah, journal cards today. So I've got something else in mind for them, but yeah, I think today will be journal cards, and then we'll do that other thing next week. So we'll have a nice simple one today. So like I say, it's Sunday, so I've not long been in from the car boot. No bargains, nothing at all, well, craft wise. We did get a piece of furniture, well, a kitchen dresser, yeah, kitchen dresser for Neil to paint up to go with my multicoloured chairs that I've told you I want in the kitchen. If you've been with me, you'll know what I'm on about. So yeah, so no bargains to share with you yet. Like I say, when he's painted it up and I've got all my chairs painted, one or two of you have said a picture might be nice, so yeah, I'll do that when they're done. And that will be a while yet. So so yeah, it was worth going. It was lovely weather. Right, I am going to ink round these, but I am going to turn the camera off because you don't want to sit, and it'll take me a while, sit and watch me just inking. Some of you will, but the majority of you won't, and it seems a waste of your time. Yeah, so I'm just tearing up these pieces of scrap that I've made this week, and taking the white off, and then I'm going to ink round them all. And these are primarily what I'm going to put down, because they're fairly neutral-ish papers. Am I leaving that one big? I am. Yeah, so that whatever I want to use this masterboard, or should I say these masterboards for, yeah, it won't matter. I can use them by either using them just as they are, or by embellishing them further with all the lovely doodads that's floating around the desk. So so yeah, that's the last bit of white, so I will switch the camera off in a second. You won't even know I've done it probably. In fact, I've noticed when I put the camera back on, it overlaps. When the two films join together, it kind of overlaps, so the last word that I say disappears and is covered over by the first word I say when the next piece of film comes on. So maybe what I'll do is be silent while I ink this, and then yeah, then I'll speak to you again when I turn it on again. Oh goodness me. Right, I've been gone a little bit longer than I intended. First of all, I sat down and my glue was empty, so I had to go and get some glue. Then I lost the end of my microphone as I put it back on. Started filming and realising there was no end on it, so had to go hunt for that. Oh no, Denise, that's not the side you want it sticking on. See what happens when things go wrong? Everything goes wrong. I should have known, I should have turned it the other way. Right, I'll just let that dry off while I do the other one, because I want that to be want that to be the bit I'm writing on. I want it on this side, this grid, which normally I don't mind. I quite like to use the grid as well, but yeah, I want the plain paper. Oops. Okay, so try again. So just like previously, because they've stayed together really well, I'm just going to put a thin layer, thin this time. I did put quite a big layer on last time. Right, I'm just wondering if I'm in view. Yeah. Just to give it a base, so that when I glue the pieces and put them down, we're sticking glue to glue, which should create, in theory, and it has done in the past, should create a good bond. We want a good bond. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, so I've had a quick look through my papers there. Not many of them are the pastel-y type colours that I'm wanting to use. Right, I'm going to use this purple glue stick up. Could do with a wet wipe out, couldn't I? Let's do that. Do that straight away, because my hands always get sticky. So I've got a wet one and a dry one. Okay, we're looking good. Yeah, so I want this to be more pastel-y based. I want to cut it up and sew it. Well, not necessarily in that order. Cut it up and then embellish it. So once it's cut up, embellish it, and then stitch it on the machine to make the journal cards. So yeah, so I've got the embellishments, the pieces exactly where I want them on the cards, just for a change. So that was a very thin piece of paper, that one. It was on copy weight paper, so it will be fine when it dries, but it's a little bit thin at the minute. So what are you guys up to this weekend? I've heard from a few of you this morning already, so I know some of you are cooking Sunday lunch, because it's, well, you've probably done it by now. It's Sunday afternoon here now, and some of you have had rain. Now, we had rain this morning. We didn't know until we were dressed and actually going out the front door. So it wasn't dark and, you know, pattering on the windows or anything like that, but it was raining. We had to come back in and grab our coats. We decided to go anyway. I would think the car boot is about, oh, I'm not very good at judging distances, but I don't know, 10 miles maybe. Yeah, I don't think it would be any more than that. It's definitely a car journey. Yeah, probably 10 miles away from us. So by the time we got there, it had stopped, I'm pleased to say. So yeah, it threatened. We had a few little spots, but yeah, never came to anything. So actually it was a nice pleasant walk round. Like I say, we didn't buy anything. There wasn't anything to be had apart from the cabinet for the kitchen, but never mind. That's, gosh, imagine how full my house would be if I came back with stuff every time we went to the car boot. Yeah, so we go to enjoy the fresh air and the walk, and yeah, see interesting things even if we don't buy them. I'm going to go through a lot of this paper again, which is good. That will be another book, another book out the way. And this pastel, the pastel colours with the heavy coffee behind are a bit, they're looking a bit lost, but the more of them I get down, put that on there, yeah, I think the nicer it will look. Now obviously I haven't got an awful lot, so a lot of these are from the planner kit that I've just started, the May planner kit, so they're from Nanine at Collage Type, just because I had offcuts from that, and they're so lovely. I thought let's do a masterboard. What I've got to embellish it with is some bunny rabbits. So do you remember the bunny rabbits that that would be better that way, wouldn't it? Images that I used in a journal not so long ago. So as I was looking for my May days of the week and numbers, which I still haven't found yet, bizarrely enough, yeah, I found a few rabbit images that I had left. I didn't even know where I was going with that. There we go. Yeah, so I thought, well, they're very sort of spring and early summer, aren't they, rabbit images? And everybody loves a rabbit, it seems. So I thought, oh yeah, they'll be perfect. I'm not stuck down. It'll be perfect for my spring journal masterboard. I don't know if any, we might get a couple in the fairy journals, the two that's still to do, but yeah, there's a couple of spring summer journals coming up where we want sort of lighter colours. Now I know I'm still inking them quite dark. I'm sure I'll get lighter as the summer gets more and more here. I have dug out the small ink that, what ink did I say I was going to use? Yes, that'll come to me in a minute. Antique Photo, that's it. Yeah, so I have dug that out ready. I just haven't quite made the transition to it yet. Just a big piece of this up there or there. And we're going to have to cover that little corner. Yeah, so I thought I'll put these down without thinking about them easy because they're all quite pastel-y. Obviously not. So here in the UK it is the World, I think it's the World Embassy, oh it used to be the Embassy World Snooker Championship. I don't think it is Embassy now because they're cigarettes and you're not allowed to advertise them, are they? Or they're not allowed to advertise sport or something like that. There's a nice little bit. So I think it might just be the World Snooker Final, which is one of the few sports, televised sports, that I do actually quite like watching, and particularly this one. So me and Neil watch together. Not avidly, every match, can't miss it, but yeah, we do like to watch it, and particularly the final. And the final is always on the bank holiday weekend. So today, which is Sunday, or yesterday to you, and bank holiday Monday it finishes. So that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, just because I have to rest. Well, not just because I have to rest my knee, but you know, it's a good thing to do because I've got to rest my knee. There's something on that I want to watch, so that's just, it will help me sit and not get up and do stuff, which is good. I think I told you that I brought the last of, or we brought the last of our belongings from my sisters, and yeah, lots of things I forgot I had, and I unearthed a little shortbread tin, which I knew I had. I knew it was there, but with my little patchwork in it. So I'd started, you know, hexagon patchwork. I'd started to just make a tiny one. Yeah, so I opened that and saw it, and it's renewed my interest. So I think I might be doing a little bit of sewing, slow stitching in front of the snooker or the TV this afternoon. And I was thinking, as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, I think I told you that Neil got a, where's Neil gone? Did I put it away? I did. Neil got quite a nice pine chair, a big carver pine chair, so a big farmhouse. Sorry about the noise, it'll stop in a minute. There you go. Big farmhouse pine chair. And I thought, oh, that'll look lovely with a handmade patchwork cushion in it. He looked at me a bit dubiously when I said it, and it may end up on the floor when he's sitting in it, but as regards, you know, my country kitchen look, it will look fab. So yeah, so I was thinking, I mean, it'll take me a long time to finish it. I'm just doing the little tiny, are they, I don't know if they're 1 centimetre or 1.5 centimetre hexagons, so they're pretty small. It's like the tiny ones. No, not the tiniest, because I have got a smaller size, which I've had a go at and thought, way too fiddly. But yeah, they're quite small patchworks. Bit like this. This is a bit like patchwork, isn't it? So just one more craft on the go. You tell me. I know Lara, hi Lara, said to me she's got loads of crafts on the go. Lara is in Wales, in the UK. Yeah, and I said to her, too many crafts and not enough hours in the day, and it's true, because I have got crochet projects on the go, I have knitting projects on the go, I have sewing projects on the go. Is there anything else? Yeah, I started to dabble in painting, although I haven't done any for a long time now. Yeah, just too much to do and not enough time to do it. It's true. Now, because it's coffee dyed behind it, I think if we leave an odd, there I am with the royal we again. If we leave it, you know, an odd gap, it won't matter. Plus, when the bunny rabbits go on it, they may even cover it anyway. You know, as opposed to wasting lots of paper, covering a tiny gap, or even putting tiddly little bits on. So yeah, if there's an odd bit leaking through, it's not that I don't see it, it's that I'm choosing to embrace it. One of my favourite sayings. Actually, it adds to the yes, it does. It adds to the look. Oh, that's a nice piece. Look, that's just one piece all on its own. It's a piece of Janie B from the Fairy Journal. What have I got? Dots. I haven't got many dots on there, have I? Dots in front, yes. So I have still got quite a few left. So that's one piece done. Yeah. So I think I might have enough, just about. Where's my glue gone? For that second sheet, and then obviously, just like as usual, I'll let them dry, and you won't even know it, but I'll leave them to dry, and then I'll come back and cut them up. And hopefully sew them too. So I'll cut them up and sew them, and you should see the whole lot, as long as I don't get stuck downstairs. I think I want that a bit smaller, not stuck literally, but stuck doing something, as in patchwork sewing, and forget to come back and do it. Yeah, like that. I won't do, I'll remember. Yeah, so I know I said I'd show you the chairs when we've painted them as well. We haven't got any more painted yet, and I'm still looking for another one. But actually, I did see one today that I really liked. But we'd obviously already bought the unit, and the car would only take so much. Oh, so that's the lighter one on the back. You can still see a bit of the grid actually, which I quite like, but it'll be cut up. So yeah, that's one. Let's stop looking and admiring and get on with the other ones in it. Otherwise you won't be doing anything this afternoon. Right, wherever I glued it, it's dry, that's okay. Whoops. Oh, felt like everything moved then. That was odd, wasn't it? Am I in camera again, or did I drag it towards me? I really must stop by doing that. Right, we've got a couple of bits here. These are all very square, aren't they? Shall we just have a rough look at where they might be going? No, so there. Just because there's so many the same, I'm trying to alternate so they're not touching each other. Yep, so something like that. We are going to need a few bits. Is that the same as that? No, it's not. It's very blue though. Maybe we want something in there. Right. Let's put these down and then see what gaps we've got. I already glued on that. I have. Yeah, I really like that one. It's just in my eye line. I don't know. I've just looked over to it and thought, yeah, that is quite. I do quite like those pastel colours. And there'll be more because I've barely started my planner yet. So there will be more luscious offcuts from Nanine's pages to do some collaging. I've nearly used my scraps up now completely on the Masterboard series, I'm pleased to say. So, oops, yeah, time I made some more scraps. Like I say, the journals I've been making have not been digital papers, so I haven't particularly had any scraps from then. I've been using book paper, but I think that will all change. Well, I know it will all change soon, because you've seen the cat is now out of the bag. You now know I'm going to be doing that big Alice, well, I presume you do, Alice in Wonderland project that Tania has designed with Nanine at Collage Type, Down the Rabbit Hole, she's called it. And yeah, I'm going to be doing an altered book. I don't know if I've told you that or not. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing an altered book with those pages. I think I did tell you. So there'll be lots of digital paper cut-offs from that to collage with. I'm sure I'll be doing an Alice in Wonderland collage Masterboard to use. And then there's the June kit for the planner, which is absolutely gorgeous. So there'll be some cut-offs from that as well. So yeah, some nice papers coming this way. Oh, that's it. It's lovely and quiet here for a Sunday afternoon, I have to say. There's nobody out mowing lawns and such like. Maybe all doing the same as us. Maybe all having the Sunday lunch and then what? Vegging out in front of the TV. It's the sort of day for that. Like I say, we don't do it an awful lot, which makes it very enjoyable when we do, instead of it being the norm, which we used to in our younger days when we both worked full time and both worked really long hours. We would come in, and by the time we'd got tea done, neither of us would want to do anything other than just sit on the sofa and unwind. And although it's been a few years now, I still remember it. Still remember that feeling of thinking, oh gosh, we've got to do it all over again tomorrow. I'm going to put that piece in there, I think I will. Shall I throw my glue stick around? Back you come. I want you that way, really. Shall we go that way? Yeah. Yes, I remember those days well. So if you're still in the throes of that, it doesn't last forever, I promise you. Just feels like it at the time. Don't know why you keep falling over. Maybe it's like I said before, once you use these glue sticks, the weight starts becoming top heavy, doesn't it? And they're not very stable suddenly. It couldn't possibly be that I'm clumsy. Yes, so I nearly bought some bedding plants at the car boot. I think I've already told you that we've got a raised bed, just one raised bed at the moment that's ready to go. A brick built one, so it's quite a nice one in the back garden. And I really fancy some mesmeranthemums. They're like big daisy flowers, really low to the ground, and they kind of creep across. They open during in sunlight hours and they close up again at night. They're beautiful flowers. They are a bit delicate, you know, a good strong summer rain or something like that does batter them about a bit, but I do love them. They're one of my favourite bedding plants. And I'm not sure if they don't come out a little bit later than others because of that, because there aren't any around at the moment. So I nearly bought something else instead, but I was good and I stopped myself in the last minute and I thought, no, because they'll be pretty whatever you buy once they're in, and then when the mesmeranthemums finally come out, I'll be like, I wish I'd waited. So I'm going to wait. Not like me, patience is definitely not my forte. So I'm quite proud of that. Sad though it is. Yeah, I think I said this before, when you use pages from one kit, they all kind of go together anyway, so you don't have to worry about, not that I do, as you know, but about matching the colours and the tones. These are all just going together lovely. I mean, that's not from the Neen's kit, but the rest of them mostly are. Right, I'm out of papers. Oh no, I'm not, I fibbed, I've got two here. I've got another piece of this lovely dotty. Oh, but that's there. And I've got a piece of this. And that's there. You'll go down there. Yeah, it is a bit like patchwork. Patchwork collage. Nice though, not to have any scraps lying around. Right, so we're into these then. What have we got? What have we got here? We've got this printed stamped piece. Maybe just one, I don't want too much of that. Anything else here pastel? You can't see what I'm digging in, can you? Let me just move them over. Oh yeah, that one will go. No. No. Maybe that. Definitely not. It's not just the pastel colour, it's the fact that they're a bit full on pattern wise as well. See what I mean? I think that's a piece of yes, William Morris. Right, I've got a few bits, let's see. They are little bits, but we haven't got an awful lot of with this. I really liked, so let's get some ink on it. That's quite a decent sized piece. I'm trying to think. I think this might be a Janie B piece. Cut off. Yeah, that's going to be nice on there. So there's one. Change the page. I must remember not to talk for the last minute, 30 seconds of the video, so that when I turn it off and on again, I'm not talked over. See, that's quite bright, isn't it? What else did we have to choose from? We've still got that dotted piece. Got a piece of this. Oh, you're not stuck down. Yes, fool. I thought we'd nearly done it and then suddenly we had nothing. That's another really thin piece of copy paper. That's it, I'm nearly there now. Right, what piece did I? That. Yeah, so I'm not in my book today, am I? So I'll have to, my collage book, so I'll have to put these under a heavyweight dry flat rather than the book doing that for me. Okay, what piece will we go in there with? Piece of that. Just trying to see if I could get it without that on. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. And that's a piece I may not use somewhere else, so that's a piece done. Okay, so I'm going to be quiet while I stick this on, and then next time you see me, it will be cutting it up. Okay, here they are, nice and dry. I have to say I'm really loving the colours, of them. Yeah, and like I say, I want to make journal cards with them, so I want to do some big and some small. So let's just start with one, and yeah, they're not too thick, so they're just like one page thick, and then, you know, obviously the layers of paper and the glue, so they are, yeah, they're like thin card, which is, you know, perfect for chunky chunky journal making. So I don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to trim the edges back a tiny bit, just while I have a little think about, yeah, what size I want to make them. Let's get the ruler out. I'm getting better at it. So height wise, yeah, I've got just over 8 inches, which is probably the size of the finished journal. So they want to be smaller than that to go in pockets and tucks and things. But 4 inches isn't big enough, so I'm going to have to take a strip off the top. So we're maybe going to get a belly band. That would be a nice strip that way, wouldn't it? A belly band that way, or two belly bands. So we've got 11.5 inches. Yeah, maybe one belly band and a small strip, maybe a tuck strip. So really I could do with that off before I cut it the other way, which kind of means scissors. Or getting the huge cutter out and you won't be able to see a thing. So am I on camera? Because I'm just, so what do we think? 2 inches would leave us 6 that way, which will still be nice big ones. I wonder if I can draw myself a line. That would be a very organised thing to do, wouldn't it? It's about 2 inches, you know, to follow when I'm cutting. Obviously I haven't yeah, I haven't trimmed that side down. I'm going to go 2.5 inches. So there, it's right on a line. Probably can't see it. 2.5 is there. Yeah, just to allow me to straighten the edge of the belly band should I want to. Oh. Yeah, a line would be a good idea. It doesn't look in line, does it? So that's kind of not where I would cut. That's way too thick for a belly band. Yeah, way too thick. Let's go back to the 2. Unless it's just my eyes deceiving me. Yeah, I'm preferring the 2, even with the strip off. I mean, I don't know why I said that. You can have a belly band that's nearly the width of your page if you want to, can't you? But it's just not what I envisaged. Oh yeah, I like the idea of drawing a line, definitely. That made life easier. So yeah, there's a nice, when I straighten it off, there's a nice belly band and probably a small, actually might be 2 belly bands there. No. What did we say we wanted on? Well, we'll need the edges. We'll do that in a minute. Let's get back to these journal cards. So, what did we say we had across there? 11.5 inches, or 29 centimetres, which is easier for me to chop into 3 because that would be 13. So 13 centimetres is about there. And 26. No, that's not right. Of course it's not 13, you fool. It's 9, 18, 27, 9.5. Don't laugh at me. It's not nice to laugh at people who are not very intelligent. So 9 is 18, 19. Just roughly. Yeah. So some days I just hack at it and away I go. Today I'm being a bit more precise. Just because I want some largish journal cards, I'll probably just chop the other one. It is quite fun just chopping. Yeah, see, they're not that big. At least I did 2, now I can make some even bigger ones. 2 masterboards. Because yeah, by the time I've stitched around those and put something on, they're just an ordinary size. I've got a straight edge anywhere. That square, you know. Don't know. Let's make one. Oh, I smell the coffee as I cut. I've got a coffee on my desk, but yeah, what I can smell is the coffee on this paper as I cut it. Lovely. There we go. So yeah, they're nice size, and again, when I stitch around these, and you'll see them in a minute. I've already done that one. It looks quite square. Oh, that end probably needs a bit of a trim. Let's just see. I hadn't done it, but it was fairly square. Just shows you what measuring does. Yeah, that side is. Okay, so there's 3 of those. That's just my mat's moving under me, you can probably tell. Excuse me. Yes, I've got 3 nice big ones from there, from that one. Well, medium size. Let's go for some big then. So I think what I'll do is just take a excuse the banging there, a very thin strip off this. I can use it for a page edge or anything because it's not overly thick. And then I'm wondering about cutting it in 2. I think that might be too big. Maybe if I take a strip off the end as well. So what have we got? Remember 29, wasn't it? I'm thinking about what, 11? 22? Yeah, that would leave me a nice let's go 11.5 because we've got to trim the edge, haven't we? Which is 23. Yeah, leave me a nice tag. Spit the word out, Denise. I might as well trim that end while I'm here, haven't I? Yeah, I'm loving the colours even before they're stitched. So there we're saying. I see you, little sticky up bit. Straighten it off. Oh, look at that lovely dark back on there. That's nice. So I'll just stitch these and then we'll embellish them. Just straighten them all off. Yeah, this is more the size of the journal card that I was envisaging. Not too big for the journal, but you know, bigger than the norm. We don't know what we're doing with these 3 yet, do we? But I really want to stitch them, so let's. Is that a square? Not really. We'll just do this one as a tag because I want you to see all the pieces. Yeah, just do that as a small tag and I'll stitch down it and we'll put something on it. We'll make it tag shape. Yes, we will. Now these would be beautiful with just one big image, particularly a flower. Just one big image in the middle, and yeah, I'm thinking a flower fairy. Of course I am. We'll have to go on one of them, maybe a big one and maybe a small one, and then we'll see about the bunny rabbits. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut that down. In fact, I'm going to rip it down and they can be page edge. I'm not going to stitch them. Oh, I might do a wiggle up the middle actually. Yeah, but they can be page edge embellishments, which you can never have enough of. And then this one, what did we say? A small tag. That's quite pretty at the end, isn't it? That will make a nice belly band. What do we want size wise? About 6.5 inches, I'm thinking. Around there. And again, I quite like that edge for a belly band. It's got a nice neat edge here. So I'm not going to trim that anymore. And then this is just going to be a little, I might leave that as a tuck and not stitch it. You know, add something else onto it. Okay, so that one piece won't be stitched. They're going to have fancy ones up. Okay, I will be back in a minute with them all stitched. Okay, all done. So the 2 page edge strips, I just, as I was stitching them, spotted a bit of a piece of lace on my desk, so I stitched it in that one. So of course then I wanted one on this one, so I had to go hunting for a bit of lace, and the lovely Nikki had sent me some in some happy mail. Thank you, Nikki. So there's a piece of it on there. I've got more of it. Yeah, so that's one of the medium journal cards. The belly band. the tag, a large journal card, and then my spool ran out and I had to change my spool and I had a different colour. I didn't have any ready wound in that one, and normally I would just carry on, it wouldn't let it bother me, but I just spotted this tub of lace on my desk. That's why I love to have stuff laying around. I thought, oh, I'll just sew a bit of lace in it, and there was this piece of doily that I'd cut up, so I stitched that in it and I really liked it, So for the next one, this big one, I just grabbed another piece out of that ratty tatty lace. Now I can cut it down, trim it, make it pretty, leave it, you know, glue it down, whatever I want to do. Yeah, really liked it. And then last of all, I just changed the cotton and did another row in the middle just to see what it looked like. It looks a bit like a frame. Maybe I could have done with blue. I haven't got any baby blue cotton, I can't believe that. I'll have to remember that next time I go to the shop. I have got loads of colours, loads. Could I find a baby blue? No, which is what I wanted in there. So yeah, pleased with those. So I have brought along my bunny rabbits that I said I had left. Yep, so we'll use some of these up. We'll get them out of this glaring paper. There's quite a few actually, so we'll only use some up. We won't use them all. Oh, and there's these little Peter Rabbit, or Beatrix Potter anyway. Oh yeah, there's quite a few rabbity things in there, but I was thinking some of these bigger rabbit images on them, just to go in a love his ears, a spring journal maybe. Yeah, some of those ones, spring and summer. And I brought my large fairies, or the wallet with the large fairies in, because I thought one of those big journal cards, maybe the one with the lace on it, will take one of these beautifully. We'll see. I've also got my word tray here. So what shall we start with? Right, I think these two page edges can just go with that tuck, or I might put something on that tuck, because I don't really need anything. Belly band, right, I'd like to make a rabbit belly band, and he looks so nice, doesn't he? What's the word I was looking for? Shape. Height, that's it. Well, I suppose shape. He's long ways, he's stood up. He's on high alert looking for something or somebody. So what shall we put on with him? Yeah, I was wondering if I'm perhaps ought to have, I've got another lace, I wonder if I can reach it, bear with me. Tub here with all my little tiddly bits, scrappy, really scrappy bits in. So yeah, maybe just a bit of lace or something. You can see what I made, what I make, sit and make the snippets, not snippets, clusters out of. So there are big pieces and small pieces, and yeah, I just don't know, I'm into the lace this morning it seems. Should have stitched that on one, shouldn't I? Oh, there's a lovely little bow there. Lovely piece there. Let's just pull a few pieces out, otherwise all you'll see is me digging in this and enjoying myself. Okay, that's it. So it's got kind of creamy tones, hasn't it? So maybe just a piece of that behind him, maybe down there where it's a bit darker. Maybe we'll have that up top, that darker bit. We can always put a label down there, can't we? So should have had my fabric tag turned up right, but I haven't, because I didn't think I was putting lace on. There was a lovely tiny bit of pink there. Oh, let's play. Not an awful lot left in this now. Actually, it needs filling up, but I won't stop and do that. I've stopped the film so many times. We don't need an awful lot, do we? Oh, it's coming out anyway. It's doing its thing. Oh, this mat is driving me mad on the table though. I'm going to have to secure it somehow or get rid of it. Oops, oh, you really are coming out. That lace has stuck itself to me. Get off. I'm trying to handle glue and you. Gosh. Right, Mr. Rabbit, you're going to have to go down there. On that, yeah, I've got an eruption, hang on. Oh God, crikey, I need a way to stop it. discovered is it's an air block. That's it, in there you go. Didn't take me long, did it, to have a glue-tastrophe. Right, let's get Bunnykins down. Oh, at least you're playing, thank you, Mrs. Glue. Yep, so he's on top of that Fabri-Tac as well. Yeah, I should have maybe pulled out some words ready. Was there a bit on that nozzle that I can just wipe on the top of there? Yes. Oh, get your ear down. Thumper. Growth, field notes, kindness. This is the bit that's boring for you, isn't it? Just looking through words. Yeah, I should have pulled some out. If nothing comes to me quickly, I'll move on. Peaceful. A rabbit's peaceful. Quite like the colour of that one down there. Nurture. Springtime. Okay. I came across 3 all at once, so peaceful or springtime. I'm going to go with peaceful because I think springtime will go with flowers and things, and this bunny rabbit might go into summer. We don't want springtime written on him if it's going into summer. I doubt it. They're so pretty. I'm going to have to use them. I know that, and I really must. In fact, I am, when I finish this video, going to list and put some in Etsy. So you know, you might see an odd one of these. You never know, in the Etsy shop this evening. This evening to you. Yep, stop admiring is done. Next. I will never get anywhere. I'm trying to do the plain ones and save the those lacy ones for the end, because once I start on them, I'll want lace on them all. He looks a bit startled. I like the colour of him, but oops, are you the same? You are. I'm not sure he's big enough. I think these need something bigger. And why are we having them that way? Whoa, too big. I've got... Oh, this table's driving me mad. Let's just think this round and see if it changes it for me. I think it might do something. I mean, it's got a bit of self-embellishment on it, hasn't it, with that, yeah, I think if that's up there, what we're going to have down below, a bigger phrase. A label would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's have a label. I need a cloth. All those little end bits. Yep, let's have a label. I think they're in here. Yeah, so I like this little dish on my desk now. Do you remember I used to, well, do you remember that I collect all sorts of bits and just put them in my, well, in various pots around my desk. Now they all go in here. Oh, there's a nice ticket. Yeah, so every now and then I empty it, but it's a handy thing to just have to dig through with an assortment of things like labels. Okay, let's go with those. I think that one that's pretty, isn't it? Might be a bit too big, do you think? I like this label as well, but it's a bit nothing on its own, isn't it? Maybe it does want a big one. I wonder where my big labels are. Yes. Right, I'll give that one up as a bad job. I think that's too much though. Just have one more look with that. No. Oh. Why did I not see that the first time? Let's put a border on it. So this is the similar kind of hues with a butterfly and some script. Can be written on. Maybe an angle. like it in that bottom corner. I'm just thinking it would be nice with something behind it. Yeah, just a little bit smaller. Oh, and put the scissors down on the bunny. Don't do that. See if I can make this one a bit ratty at this end as well. Not ratty, tatty. Such strong stuff, this Brode Anglais cotton. Yeah. Right, let's see if the glue wants to play nicer. Is that the back? I think it is. Just a blob to keep you warm. Stick. Okay, that's 2 down. Don't have to take too long over the embellishing because I can get lost in it and and take forever. And sometimes when I do it quick, you know, the effect is equally as good, if not occasionally better. Yeah, the minute you get Fabri-Tac out, things stick to you, or me. Okay, here's another one. Right, yeah, the tab. Right, I've got this lovely piece of what is it? Bice binding, which I thought would make a lovely tab. They're called the Tagger tab. I'm just looking for my crocodile, if you was wondering. Unlock, that's it. And I'm not going to put an eyelet through this, so I'm just going to go with the small hole, because you know, it's a lightweight piece, and I'm thinking an eyelet would you know, would be as equally as heavy as the actual piece that I've made. So we don't always have to have eyelets in them. Yeah, that blends in lovely colour wise. Am I going to make it a bow? No, I don't think I am. I think it just wants bunny ears. I'm just taking care not to tear the hole. I know I could put a reinforcer in it, but I'm not going to do that either. Okay, so bunny. Oh, that tall one again, but I've used him once now, haven't I? He's nice, but it definitely wants something taller, doesn't it, behind it. I'm not necessarily putting this down, but I just think next time I pick it up, it will look better if it's inked. Oh, what about him? He's an upright bunny. Yes. Oh, super. Right, so piece of lace behind you, do you think? Or nope, that's not the right one. Bear with me. Just thinking that Nikki sent me some gauze, bless her. See, the beauty of people sending me things is I don't put them away. They're always sitting around on my desk somewhere just to remind me, so I grab for them. Is that doubled over? I'm not sure. See, that one can go back in the wallet now, and what I don't use out of here will go in my little pot. Yep, and I'm thinking, because he's looking that way, still too much of you. None of it will be wasted, because he's looking that way. I want that lower down, so it's like the... Oh, don't pull it too hard, Denise. Like the grass and the field and what have you behind him, and then I'm thinking a little butterfly up top. So, oh, I've got these vellum ones. Oh yes, that's nice. That was easy, wasn't it? Right, I'm just going to ever so slightly. Sorry, thinking mode, which means I'm talking quietly, so I apologise for that. I wish you had a little red buzzer you could press that not a buzzer, you know, a light that flashed on the wall here when I started talking to myself, just to remind me. Glad you can't hear me. Did I ink him? Don't think I did. Oh, that's my cup of coffee that I forgot I had. I said to myself when I finish sewing I'll finish my coffee, and I haven't. It's still there. Come on. I want fabric tack on this just because it's going on that gauze. Saying don't rush me or I will erupt again. Okay. So yeah, I'm so looking forward to listing some of these in the Etsy. I really must do that today. I've been saying for ages that I'm going to. There we go. Right, Denise, let's do one of these pretty ones, shall we? And I'm thinking I definitely want one of my fairies on here. They're buried in all the what can we call it? Loveliness. They're buried in all the loveliness. Oops. Love those boys. You're going to be hidden behind that if I get you too big. She's nice. Let's just see. No. It's not very often you get to use these really big ones on ephemera. They usually only go on the pages. No. Can't really tell with her underneath, can I? And it's whether to keep all that lace on there. I might have to pull a bit of it back. I'm not going to look any further. I do like her. I took her off and put her back, and I still liked her. Right, so I'm not going to take much off. Another piece I can use later. And shall I put her under so that it flips up, flaps up a bit, that lace? And you can even have a look under. Not sure about that one flower there, it's causing a bit of an issue. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's how we'll have her. So that was a nice easy one. When you put the bits of, oh, they're going to be a pain, aren't they? When you put the bits of lace on, it seems to, yeah, half your embellishing's done then. I think she might just need a word at the bottom and she's full on embellished. There's a cheeky chappy on the back, look. Look like dandelions, I don't know. Okay, let's get that right in there. Yeah, that butterfly wing. That's it. Cloth. Soak up some of the leakage. I had to put a lot on those leaves so that they stayed down. Yeah, I like that over the top. I like that it's flappy. So do we want a little word down here? Maybe. Depends. I've got love. That is a bit too springtime, no. What else did I pull out? There was another one, wasn't there? It's gone. What have we got? Imagine. Imagine is quite nice. Timeless and Tarragon? I don't think so. Journal notes. Let's have a look at one more. What are you? Charming. Oh, I quite like the green it pops as well. So charming it is. Charming she is. Do I want this on something also? Of course I do. And are we having more lace? Upside down. No, I think it needs to be on a piece of paper, coloured paper. We must have some pretty paper somewhere. Yesterday, do you want to get anything else out on your desk? And the blue might pop. I can take an end off that. Blue and green? Yes, why not? Actually, it's got a bit of a greeny hue, so this is those lovely birds that I like, but Haven't used them yet, and I'm going to steal a bit of its. And I'm going to rip the two ends like that. Lovely. So I can sit here longer now than I used to. I can't wait until I can sit here for hours like I used to, although it's not good for me, but oh, you know, like 6 hours. Obviously I have to get up and get a drink and what have you, but yeah, I'm not too far off that now, but I'm not quite there yet. Yep, that makes it stand out enough for my taste. Down it goes at an angle. Yeah. Oh, where did you come from? Yep, love that one. Let's move on because we've still got 3 to do. Right, this one with the extra centre. I quite like him on that. He's quite what is he? Arresting, is that the word? Attention grabbing, isn't he? He grabs your attention, so with those ears, those high alert ears, yeah, I think he stands out on that quite nice. I think I'm going to put him, I was going to say we're nothing behind him, but I'm just going to have a look. No, I think no, I think there's enough on it, just because there's so much like patchwork collage going on there. I'm going to put him straight down. I think there's often the idea of putting something behind is to make the image dimensional, yeah, so it's in the foreground, stand out, if that makes sense. And this is already, he already is dimensional on there, just because of all the layering behind, if that's making sense. Didn't ink any of the edges of the others, did I? But I feel like this one is missing it till it's done. There's something about the border, all that stitching around it. You can see all the holes that the needle's made. Tiny little bit of something there. That's it. I launched me cloth again. Right, what shall we have? Yeah, I quite like that. Now, again, it's dimensional enough. I'm not going to put anything behind this one. Just border it with a bit of ink. That was a nice simple one, wasn't it? Again, because a lot of the embellishing's done with the stitching and the collage. Okay, so we're down to 2, a big one. So I had a fairy on with the big one, so I need a big rabbit on here. And I'm wondering about, oops. Oh, again, a bit gung-ho with the ink, Denise. I'll just check there isn't another one that I'd rather have. I think he's the biggest. Here's these lovely squirrels. Are they too small, do we think, behind? I wonder if I just make him a bit more, what's the word? Don't know. Give me a word. Shapely. Let's make him a bit more shapely, that's better. There was a bit too much background on him. I think I might add those, you know, because I like it. One of those just because. Up playing away in the... Yeah, and again, there's a lot going on, so I'm not going to back them onto things. Just let them stand out on their own. I mean, they've got their own backing because they're actually pictures, aren't they? They've got stuff going off in the background in the artwork. So these are Beatrix Potter images from her books. Oh, squirrels as well. We are doing well today, bunnies and squirrels. Did I miss that bit? Or did it just dry out? Quite strong book paper, this. Maybe should have Fabri-Tacked it, but you know how the Fabri-Tack's feeling at the moment. Yeah, there we go, like that. So a word, I think, definitely. Didn't I have nature or nurture? No, but I definitely want a word, so just bear with me a moment. Timeless. Oh, there's springtime in a... Oh, it's a pity that won't fit now. I might leave that out for there, depending on what we put on it. Journal, calm, growth. Dream. What about dream? Yeah. Now this one does look a little bit pale, so let's put it on something. What shall we put you on up there? Something striking. Oh. No, kind of that colour, but I don't want to steal. Oh, what about a piece of this? The middle of that, maybe. Let's cut it down and see. Poor old ticket's going. Had its day. It's just going to end up a piece of coloured paper. I've left some of the black on it for a border, if you see what I mean. Bear with me. I'm at the, oops, that's a bit sharp, Denise. At the faffing about stage. That's a very pointy lozenge shape. Maybe corner to corner on there. Yep, that will do it. So yeah, not too neat. Right, shall I go over the picture or tear it down? Let's be a vandal and tear it off. Don't like it now. Well, I like it better on some of this, maybe. Yeah, I think I will. Let's just get that harsh bit out of there. Yeah, that's it. So Fabri-Tack back in action. Listening to the birds cooing. Yeah, it's going to stick out quite a bit, but that's because it's thick lace that behind it. Yeah, that's better. And I'll like that when I come back to it again, and it needs inking round, but I'm not going to mess with it while the oops, let's get rid of some rubbish. Not going to mess with it while the glue's wet. Okay, last one. And I quite like, I don't know why, but I do like this springtime label. It's like a drawer label, isn't it? Or so what shall we need another bunny, don't we? He's the guy that I've had already, isn't he? I do like him. Maybe I can just put him on and put him in the shop instead of in the journal. He's not big enough on there. So that's that. Oh, no, isn't he a little sweetie? Yeah. Got to use flopsy ears, haven't we? Oops. It goes with the colour of the doily as well up there. Actually, yeah, shall we leave one a little bit simple for a change? Where do we want this? I definitely want it on. That's a given. Or shall I put it lower down? It either needs to be high up because it'll, you know, be out of the pocket, I think, or lower down. I'm going to go there. We'll deal with where it goes in the pocket at another time. It could go in a tuck, couldn't it? In which case it will be on show. For some reason I just like the way it covers that corner and that piece and that piece. It kind of brings them all together, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's have a look what we've made, because time must be absolutely flying for this video, and I've got to get it uploaded yet. I doubt you'll get it first thing in the morning. Right, okay, clear the decks a little bit. So we'll leave him there because you've seen him. Gorgeous. 2 little page edge strips. How much can you see? Can you see right over there? Lovely belly band. Oh, I'm loving the rabbit theme. Am I going too high? Yeah, that big one that I've just done. You see him? High alert rabbit. A flower fairy, of course. Did we only do one? We only did one flower fairy. A tag. No. Yes, a tag. And another journal card. Yay! So I set off to do journal cards, and I've got journal cards. Brilliant. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Tomorrow will be, oh, I've got lots of that, which is a Tattytreasure and Friends Facebook group challenge, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be, well, for me, I think it's going to be fun and interesting. So something different that I'm going to make. And then, yeah, Wednesday we're back full on with the flower fairies again. Okay, so see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.